Okay. I don't know what it is, but it sounds back. Sometimes it gets backed up. I'm really going to have to deal with that. Anyways, we are back. Welcome back. Oh no, did I close it? All right, I'm back. We are still here, guys. I know you guys were all worried, but there is nothing to worry about. Okay, is it actually working or not? Okay, it is. Yep. So, back to where we were at. We got unit placement. We had some goals, so probably good to bring those up really quickly. Oh my God, something is wrong. Okay. I think we're good now. I wonder what the volume is like now. Yeah, the volume is fine. I wonder what the volume is. All right, well, we're doing it. Why does it say there's a chat rate, but nobody is chatting with me? I don't really understand that. It's like, no. Volume is fine. I wonder what the volume is. All right, moving forward. Well, turns out I'm living the best life. God bless. So, let's take a look at our notes, right? Update this. Yeah, so we added that placement thing, which was really cool. Be fun to add another unit. So let's try to kind of write down options. Let me close this Bible stuff. Let's see. Let's close this. We can close all of our kind of to-do lists because those are old. I'm honestly so lucky to be sitting here doing this, guys. I can't wait to finish this game and share it with people. So, what are we trying to do? Well, it's really interesting that this is up here because this was kind of like my first little worksheet where I was trying to think about kind of the artistic direction of this game as well as just like some basic unit packs. So again, just to think out loud, I'm really strongly modeling this game after the game Mecha Bellum. And this Mecha Monarch wiki is really kind of informative about the different units that the game has. And it's interesting because there's not that many units, right? Like, if there's 6 per row and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5, there's, according to this website, only 29 unique units. And we could launch a game with half that many. I think they launched with like half. So, yeah, so that's one part of the thing. The other part of the thing is kind of the evolution of the controls that I've been thinking about. I've started to kind of realize how I want to do this. So essentially, I want this to be down here, and I want this to only appear on mobile. And then next to the joystick is going to be the selected unit menu, right? So I'm going to have to write this down. So there's kind of two trains of thought for today's goals. So one is like expand on units. Do some deeper thinking and arrive on a complete base set of units to include in this game. I think once I have a complete base set of units, and I want to make it kind of a combination of simple and easy to implement, as well as engaging and fun to play, so that I can get people to play the game with me, right? I can distribute a beta build, likely on test flight, and if anyone at any time ever wants to play with me, I will make time for them. So that's kind of the direction that I'm going with this. So we need to arrive at a complete like base set of units to include. It should be pretty easy. I think kind of working with three things, I can arrive at this, right? So let's try to write a prompt together for that in a minute. So getting the base set of units is a huge goal. Separately, I want to like add networking and multiplayer capability. Player 1 and player 2 should be able to join the game separately. They should each have their own camera pointed at the board with their own instance of with their own free camera controller with appropriate bounds in place. They should be able to place units under their control, only on their side of the map. Okay, another thing we can think about. So there's getting more units, there's adding networking, and then there's going to be implementing movement of units. this OHSO? Sorry, looking at this invite, somebody invited me to a brewery today. I don't know that that's something I want to do. Man, those coughs must be deafening for you guys. But if we think about the example of Jesus, he did go into bars to drink with people. So I don't think it's a bad idea. It'll give me an opportunity to connect with some folks. So I think I should be able to join. All right. Implementing movement of units is going to be a big one. Units need to individually decide on a target to move towards, and they need to move towards that target. They should move every frame until they are within attack range of the target. Once they have engaged a target, they will continue to engage that target until one of them dies. Or something prevents their engagement in attack. I guess the or something prevents is implied in one of them dying. Range modifier, death, etc. Okay, so we want more units, we want networking, we want the units to be able to move, and then there's implementing the UI. That was the other main big thing that I was thinking about, implementing the UI. So there's like two main components of the Mechabellum UI that are going to translate very neatly to what we want. Wonder where I can see it. That's not all of it. This is a part of it. I do think this is a good idea of part of it. I think this is it. So if we look at this doesn't show all of it. So I want to pull up another Mechabellum screenshot maybe. Why does nobody post a screenshot with the full UI? Like, am I missing something? Man, my stomach hurts. My stomach really fucking hurts. Yeah, I woke up really early today and had 2.5 coffees. I normally have 2.5 coffees, but I don't normally wake up at 6:30. So my brain and stomach are just so confused right now. Ugh. for today, right? I'll respond with a thumbs up and be there. Man, we're so lucky, guys. We get to play fucking video games. That's actually hilarious. I can't believe my life is just sitting around making a video game. Like, what kind of fucking life is this? This is insane. Alright, so inputting the UI. So I was trying to find a screenshot. Couldn't find a screenshot. We could just go to Watch Rooster, right? Here. This top dog guy, I don't like him very much, but it turns out it doesn't matter whether or not I like somebody. So this is really annoying that it's from a replay. Maybe we just go to Twitch. Oh, come on, guys.
I remember. I finally had an Elites pack, and then...
Most of these gamers are just so lost. It's going to be interesting when I have to connect with people.
Hype happenings. 4,600 new followers. 3,000 new subscribers. Jesus. 124 hype trains.
Okay, here we go. So it looks like the way they've set it up here is there's this like bottom right UI that shows your status, right? Shows your resources. It shows battlefield abilities.
Yeah, I agree. Yes, I agree.
And it shows the units you can choose to place.
It's like in Clash Royale, they have like a team fight tactics. Like I forgot what the fuck it's called, but I play quite a bit. And each round you play, or each game that you play, it has like a different variable. Like at the end of each round, you get +2 more elixir, or certain units have plus 50% HP and shit like that. And it's pretty nice because it just makes you build around a certain comp that you wouldn't have normally built around. So I like it. I really do think this new game mode will be cool. It's obviously not going to replace the main base game of Machiavelli. Obviously. I really hope I'm right about that. It will fuck up royally if they make this the main game mode, but I don't think that's what they're doing at all. I think people are mistaken.
There's some new game mode, interesting. 4-player brawl.
I just think what they need to do is they have to make it the casual game mode. This new game mode has to be the casual. Forget about like MMR, casual MMR and all that bullshit. Just make this casual mode, put ranked mode back to like a less orangey version, and I think you'll get the majority of people back on board.
They're really doing a lot with this Mechabellum thing. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, when I think it was Baller or Capals, or I think it was Baller or Capals, or maybe even Sparty. So one of, because I've been away this weekend, so I was just like watching on my phone. But people were telling me on Discord, like, there's the ground wraith. That just sounds so fucking funny. Because you can go into Wraith quite early and not worry about like anti-air techs. Like you can not worry about burst modes, Farseer and shit, because you have a tech that just takes you onto the ground.
I want to see the
That's
part
pretty
where he
cool.
clicks on a unit. It's really annoying that I'm having to wait so long. Maybe Rooster's doing it. Rooster's just AFK. What an... Let's go back to Ben Moles.
Like if I'm playing the Rift mode, I'm playing it because I just want to have like a little bit of brain dead gameplay. If I want actual strategy, I'll play rank. I actually need to charge shot. No. My spider's so tiny. Speed up, please. We know the outcome of this. But as long as it brings people back, that's all I care about.
Here we go. He's going to click on a unit now.
I wish they'd released this instead of the building patch though. Like this would have been, imagine the trajectory of the game if they'd released this patch instead of buildings.
Okay, so I'm going to take a
That's
screenshot.
I'm
There we
sure
go. I
they
got a
are.
screenshot. So yeah, we can just refer to the screenshot. So yeah, when you click on something, you can see there's this menu here. And that's based on what you've selected, right? So it's either the Fire Badger or the defense, the command center, right? And so in the game that I'm building, which I really need to give a name to by the end of something,
Does this pull the spiders? Doesn't. Nah, that's annoying.
it's going to be like the cathedral or the barracks.
Oh, shit.
I don't know for sure that those are going to be the buildings, but
The fuck? Okay.
yeah. So there's that.
Bring every game until Baron lands. I mean,
So
that's literally what I put in the fucking Maglon chat as well, man.
there's the
I think
unit
everybody will
placement.
just be
So there's two
surrendered
sections
to
of the UI.
Sweet high of no buildings.
Unit placement plus battlefield powers.
You should never pick up Rhino.
Selected unit
You should have played this game as
abilities.
well.
Does it show the stats of the unit?
Why is he going to the Mustang when I'm in some patches?
It shows some stats, yeah. Awesome. So
Guys,
we've kind of started on this one, right?
Speed up, he always speeds up with like 2 seconds left. Oh my god.
Awesome.
Actually, I need to fucking lock in here. This guy's like 1600 mm on you. Let's not throw. Alright, what do we have? I have to bubble because it's a Phoenix opportunity. It's a Fossy opportunity. think. What speed are these? These guys are just getting sold, actually.
One of the things that I think is going to be kind of hard to figure out
At
is
some point, I just hit napalm. It's, last game I hit
how do we
napalm.
place units on mobile, right? Like, you can click on it, it enters the placement mode,
Did I not hit
then
that?
you click on it again, it places it.
He goes for a Fossey. Sure, he sells it. What are you Fossing for? What I could do is put 2 mountains in front. he's oh my god. Can't lose to this. He's decided that this is a Farseer game. What he sees in front of him is a Farseer game. What do I know? What do I know? I don't play in this bracket. Something I don't know about this game that he knows.
So just kind of playing with it on my phone. You know, it's really easy to zoom out, and right now you can go way too far. Actually, there's no limit how far out you can go, which I need to fix. But it's really easy to kind of get to a point where you're zoomed out enough and there's space to the left and to the right for buttons, right? And so I personally think that having it in landscape mode is the best way to play. That's the first point. Second of all, I don't know where the joystick should go. Like, I have it near the left of the screen, and so my thumb is using it. I want it to be kind of tucked away in the corner, but also doesn't seem appropriate. So it's one thing to consider. Who did that? Yeah, just not sure where exactly the joystick goes. I think the unit placement stuff is
Sorry,
interesting.
pals, but I'm fucking changing this. Armor is just better than shield.
One of the really interesting, annoying details is the action bar, or whatever it's called in the iPhone. Wish there was a way to disable that, but that's just a feature of the phone.
Why the fuck did he go into white eyes?
So we kind of have to just
Oh my god, this is brutal. This is so
not put
How is this
anything on
Now
the
he has to
absolute
go hounds
edges.
next. And he doesn't have enough hounds to cover this. Unless additional
Which does feel like a waste of some screen real estate, but not a big deal.
Does get additional.
Let me see. I can plug both the screenshot into the AI
Disgusting.
and
I don't think I need to think too hard about this.
both screenshots into the AI, basically.
Annoyingly, he might take this and I go into the air, and I'm fucked.
So we can plug this screenshot of the game into the AI and this other screenshot of the other game into the AI. So that shows the Mechabellum UI, and that other screenshot shows our current UI. So
Just level these guys.
the first screenshot is my work in progress game on my iPhone. The second screenshot shows Mechabellum with two important sets of UI components.
And my fangs, slap fangs alive. Oh god.
The selected unit component shows
Yeah, I
the
see that
abilities
I
and
do for
stats of the currently selected unit.
Turbo
The unit placement
and casual
slash
are on
battlefield
different
abilities
servers as well.
section, bottom left.
And then just yeah, take whichever one you get. Ooh, that's a nice wasn't 2v2, was it?
Bottom right. Instruction. Create a mock-up extending the screenshot of my WIP game to include these two sections and remove the the joystick should appear in a place that is more natural to be used with a thumb, or hide the joystick. And
yeah, I think well, all they got to do is, for me, for ranked, is remove the buildings, make unit drop.
Out of the Arizona desert, the sun's hot and the roads are long. Good thing
all right,
AAA
I'm
is your
gonna turn
membership
this
to go.
off now.
It's roadside support that travels with you. It starts at less than $6.
Did it do anything? Did it give up? What is it doing? It's doing it. All right, I will be back. I really don't understand why this thing sucks so bad. Let's try Nana Banana. Studio, Google. Google Studio. AI Studio. Pretty sure I've linked one. Board. Yeah, use this. So, can you just put Nano Banana? So we're gonna ask this thing to do it. It's just amazing. It put the joystick in this middle region, which makes no sense. Oh, did I stop it? I think I stopped it by pressing spacebar, which is so annoying when that happened. I hate it when I do this. Okay, so fuck. All right, we got to do it again. We got to copy the instruction again. Just remove the joystick instruction. And joystick. I'll figure out where the joystick goes on my own. What's the matter? I don't know why I have to link a key every single time. Oh, you're supposed to save it. Wow, look at this. This is awesome. To mock up a UI for my game. So this is pretty cool, not gonna lie. I am kind of a fan of what it's produced here. I still don't know where the joystick goes. Now add space for the joystick. I feel like I would want my right thumb on the joystick. I don't think the game works in portrait mode. Are iPhone game touch joysticks usually operated by the left thumb or right thumb in a landscape game, or is it game specific and why? Okay. Got it. So we're likely keeping the joystick on the left. Reskin the UI so it has a medieval Christianity theme instead of the futuristic theme. This is gonna be so fun. Just mock up a UI similar to Antebellum, but medieval theme instead, and produced this. That compass thing is supposed to be a joystick. But yeah, it's kind of cool, not gonna lie. Be able to ship this UI. Yeah, this is actually really fun. I love this. I do actually really like the thought of putting it inside of a building. It shows that this is just a game, right? Because ultimately, I don't want to encourage violence. Not that that's really important, but like putting it in a room is a cool touch. I think I can have different battlefields, for sure. But I do kind of like the AI putting it inside of a room. That's really cool. How big is the joystick currently in the game? I feel like what the AI produced is bigger. Yeah. Yeah, that joystick is significantly bigger than the one I have. And the one I have is already usable. So like I can make that joystick a lot smaller, which is great. Yeah, I really love what the AI came up with. It's so cool. Nano Banana is really good. Doing way better for image gen. Instead of a futuristic component, instead of futuristic theme, use a medieval theme. Christianity theme. Yeah, super happy with this Nano Banana thing. Just sharing it with some friends. This is a really good goal for me to think about extending the UI. So, just gonna move on from that. But yeah, I think if I go back to my notes, like the to-do list, this is basically what we want. Like, I like the idea of including the joystick right here. I think that's really good. I do like this abilities thing and the stats. I love this portrait it came up with. It's very Diablo-like. I don't love this chest. I don't think this chest is the right thing. I think this should actually be more like the barracks, which I can easily change, or I could change this to be like an armory thing, right? Like have some crossed weapons here. That'll be super fun. Yeah, cool. So that is one direction I can go down. I really want to kind of expand on the units though. Let's try to do that. So let's go ahead and take like the full set of units from here and start kind of stripping it down, playing with it, and think of what would exist in a medieval Mechabellum world, right? So if we were to do... I wonder if we can search for .star /n .star. How do you search for like the same thing? It's okay. We'll just have to delete the doubles ourselves. So I have some ideas. Basically, I really want to go with the Dungeons and Dragons approach, which I've said a few times, but I haven't really said what that means. So these are all the units. Now, I do want to group them by size, I think. So I want to put them sorted by size. So we got Crawler and Fang on top, right? Then we got Hound. Abyss is on the bottom with War Factory. Are those the only two, like, mega units, or whatever they're called, giants? Oh, there's also Mountain. Did they forget to list Mountain? Okay, I guess the wiki is clearly missing units because they don't have Mountain listed. I wonder why they don't have Mountain. They just... I guess they went AFK, you know? Oh. I think that's a huge miss on the part of the game. They should be publishing a website for their own stuff. I really think documentation is everything these days. Man. This is gonna take a lot of work. I'm so fucking sleepy. I'll take a break at noon, but not before then. Okay, so those are the kind of, we can call them giants. No, they're not called giants. They're called massive units. Right, so there's 3 massive units, which I don't even think we need those to start with. So I'll kind of save those for later. I think they will be epic, right? So we have like the chaff units, I would call them. They call them chaff, but that's more of like a mechanical term, right? So we just have, I would argue there's really only maybe 3 kind of chaff-like units in Mechabellum. So we've got the crawlers and the fangs are the ground chaff. And then the wasps and the mustangs. Mustangs are not technically chaff. I would just kind of call them light units, right? Light units. So we got crawler, fang, mustang, wasp. I do think we can have this kind of swarm capability. Light or swarm units. I would actually call them swarm units, yeah. Nano Banana is pretty cool. It produced this UI mock-up for me. So that's kind of all the swarm units, right? And then we have like kind of light units, I would say. So we got the hounds. We got the sledgies. We got the void eyes. Did they not write void eye? Okay, so honestly, the count of units that I had earlier was off by at least 2. Marksman is, I would say, another kind of light unit. I mean, it's kind of like a medium unit. Yeah, I would say medium units is another category. And then we kind of have large units. We have giants, yeah. I would feel like Phoenix falls under medium units, as does Phantom Ray. If you think about Fire Badger, it's 100% a medium unit. I would argue that Tarantula falls under large units. Sabertooth and Scorpion also fall under large units. Wraith also there. Typhoon, debatable. Yeah, I feel like Typhoon and Farsium are like meteor large units, right? Kind of like Tarantula and Sabertooth. I think Wraith is technically a giant, actually. Is Wraith a giant unit in Mechabellum? Okay, so Wraith is a giant. Makes me think that Farseer is one of these large units, right? So we got Wraith, Raiden, Sandworm. Yeah, that makes Typhoon clearly a large unit. We've got, I feel like Hacker's a large unit. Arclight and Stormcaller are either medium or light units. I feel like that is more accurate. Overlord. That's a giant. Steel Ball is a medium or light unit. Yeah, I mean, you call it whatever you want. And then Rhino is definitely a large unit. Melting Point, Fortress, Vulcan. Those are all giants, right? Cool. So we've kind of categorized them now. Now, I want to think about it through the lens of kind of Dungeons and Dragons, right? So how can I think about classifying the units based on types inspired by the scripture? These are the existing game units for Mechabellum. Come up with some composition of very similar role units, but for my medieval D&D Christian aesthetic game. Possibly including these creatures. And so let's put these over here. Types or others. Sometimes AI just really doesn't get what we're trying to do. Oh, a locust swarm. That's pretty interesting. I don't know that I like that. I really hate the ideas that it's coming up with. But it's good to read through it. It's important to read and reserve your judgment and just try to see what the thing is producing, right? It's really funny, like AI is supposed to do everything for us, and then we try to have it do something creative and it sucks balls. It doesn't even suck them well, it just sucks. So I can't even read this shit. It's just so disgusting to look at. Instead, think about create units with a Warcraft 3 aesthetic. Yeah, bro, this shit is the same fucking thing. Ooh, a little priest thing. I do like this better. I don't like a trumpeter. How the fuck is a trumpeter gonna fight anybody? He's busy playing the trumpet. Absolutely just so terrible. Alright, I will be back. I gotta go outside. I'm falling asleep.